Hello, my name is Nicholas. I am a librarian assistant here at Plainfield Guilford Township Public Library, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own Canopic jar. So, you're going to separate your initial ball of clay, or handful, into 3 separate bits. One large, one medium, one small. The large one will be your base. The medium one will be your figurehead, your topper, whatever you're going to put on top of your lid. And then the small one will be your lid. For now, we're going to set these other two aside and just make the base of the jar. So, get it all flattened, and you're going to try and pinch pot this. So you're going to take your thumbs, make a nice indent in there, and then from there, make sure you flatten out a nice little base at the bottom, but to where it's sturdy enough to still stand. And then from there, just on the walls, you're just going to keep pinching them until you get them to about the size you want your jar to be. So when you have things like this, where they're all sorts of just goofy and silly, you just try and pinch them together, hence why it's called a pinch pot, until you get something along the lines of what you want it to look like. So mine is going to be a little tall. Also, I do have a little bit more clay than you guys will, but that's neither here nor there. This would just be on a little bit smaller of a scale for you guys. And I am a bit obsessive, so I'm going to try and make all my walls even, at least to a decently pointed size, about like this. There you go. The base of your jar. Next up, you're going to take your smaller piece, the smallest piece, my apologies, and you're going to just make your lid out of it. So you want it to cover your whole jar. I've still got mine right here. And you're just going to take it, flatten it out. It doesn't have to be too terribly thick, because all of these parts, well, these two parts are going to be separate from each other when they dry. So you just make a nice little lid, make sure it covers all that you want it to cover, and voila! You're done with your lid. So we're going to make our topper for our lid and our Canopic jar. Typically there are 4 common types of figureheads that you'd see on your Canopic jar. You do not have to make these. You do not have to make the one that I'm about to make. It's just whatever you wish to put on there. The 4 common ones that you would see, like made by the ancient Egyptians, were jackal heads, human heads, monkeys, and falcons. But instead of that, I'm going to make an alligator / crocodile-esque type head for my jar, because I feel like that feels Egyptian, which is good enough for me. And of course, crocodiles, unlike alligators, have longer, thinner snouts, not the wide, and they have a nice point at the edge, unlike alligators, which are round-headed and much wider than a crocodile. So, something that will be pretty important is to make sure that you let these things dry for about 2 days before you even think about painting. And of course, make sure to add little details to, well, make it your own. Of course, you don't want to just make the same one as I did here. You don't want to do anything else just like that, And now for the toppers, this is just my baseline, because it's alright. Add a little detail with your fingers. If you have like little pencils, pens, you can scrape those in better. And I believe this comes with a toothpick, so that should be great. So you'll take your topper, make sure you don't get it stuck to the ground like I did, like a dummy. And then you'll make sure, now this is the hardest part, to blend them together. So blend the topper with your lid. Now try not to overcome your lid, you know, like make sure it's all even and nice. But your lid still works for your jar. And of course this will look much better when I show you the final product. Of course, I'll do a lot more detail work, I'll do a lot of painting, and of course, I mean, there are paints included, but, you know, we don't have every color that we can give you, sorry. But, once you have a final product that is molded to your lid, that is very important. So make sure you have excess, and then just pinch them together onto the lid from your medium piece that you use to make your baseline of your topper head. Okay, and that is right here our rough final draft, or our rough draft of our final product, right here. One mostly good Canopic jar. And with a little bit of magic, here is my completed final product. Now I have used a different clay for this, I made it a little while ago. But regardless, I did it all the exact same way. Made sure to paint it. Jars were, you know, jar colored, yellow, gold. Sometimes they would have writing on here, which is why black is included so you can write your name. Maybe, you know, have a little fun. Go look up your name in hieroglyphics. Write it on your jar. Thank you guys. Bye.